Welcome to CDL Written Exam Instruction Volume 1. Thank you for purchasing this program. You will no doubt find this program to be of great help when you take your CDL written exams. We would like to note that this program is purely supplemental to your state-issued commercial driver's manual and does not take the place of it. There are 3 sections that will be covered in this program. They are general knowledge, combination knowledge, and air brake knowledge. You will be required to pass these subjects if you are to obtain your Class A CDL. It is our suggestion that you take a pen and paper, pause the video after you read the question, write down your answer, then press play to see the correct answer. We know that this program will help you in preparing for your exam. Let us begin. General knowledge. How often should you check your cargo? The answer? D. All of the above. How often does your CDL medical certificate need to be renewed? The answer? B. 2 years. A commercial motor vehicle is defined as. The answer? D. All of the above. Suspension systems are designed to. The answer? B. Keep the axles in place. Which would be the correct choice when driving in heavy fog? The answer? C. Parking at a rest area until the fog clears. To avoid a crash, you had to drive onto the right shoulder. You were going 35 miles per hour on the shoulder. How should you get back on the road? The answer? A. Stay on the shoulder until you stop. Then when safe, turn back onto the roadway. Controlled braking is. The answer? C. Used to keep the vehicle in a straight line when braking. Which of the following statements is true? The answer? C. Most heavy vehicle accidents occur between midnight and 6 a.m. How do you correct a rear wheel braking skid when driving on ice and snow? The answer? C. Stop accelerating. When you double your speed, how many times more the distance will it take to stop? The answer? C. 4. Which of these choices are a fact about drinking alcohol? The answer? B. Alcohol first impairs judgment and self-control. Which of these are a sign of tire failure? The answer? E. All of the above. Which of these statements are not true of engine belts in hot weather? The answer? C. Cracking is likely to occur, but is not a safety threat. Which of these choices are the correct way to make a lane change? The answer? C. Signal early and change lanes smoothly and slowly. Which of these choices will help keep an engine cool in hot weather? The answer? B. Making sure the engine has the right amount of oil. Which of these are not caused by rough acceleration? The answer? C. Tire damage. What is the first thing you should do if your brakes fail while going downhill? The answer? C. Get off the road as soon as possible. The best driver is one who looks and prepares for hazards ahead in the road. This is called being. The answer? A. Defensive. What should you do if an oncoming car does not turn off its high beams? The answer? C. Look to the right side of your lane. Which of these are true about shipping hazardous materials? The answer? B. A 4-inch, diamond-shaped hazardous material label must be on the container. When do strong winds affect driving the most? The answer? B. When exiting tunnels. Which of these systems should receive extra attention during winter weather inspection? The answer? A. Exhaust. You must stop on a divided highway. You would put your reflective triangles at which locations? The answer? B. 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet behind your vehicle. Which of these are not true when backing a heavy vehicle? The correct answer? C. You should back slowly until you slightly bump the edge of the dock. For your own safety, when you place triangles, you should. The answer? C. Hold them with the reflective side between yourself and oncoming traffic. If a straight vehicle goes into a front wheel skid, it will. The answer? B. Travel straight ahead even if you turn the steering wheel. Which of these is a good thing to do when you steer to avoid a crash? The answer? A. Don't turn the steering wheel more than needed. When driving in the mountains, you will need to use lower gears for downgrades. Which of these do not affect your choice of gears? The answer? C. Tire tread type. When parking, you should try to park your vehicle so. The answer? A. You can pull forward when you leave. You are driving a 40-foot vehicle at 35 miles per hour. The road is dry and visibility is good. What is the least amount of space you can have between you and the vehicle in front of you? The answer? B. 4 seconds. The Commercial Driver's License Manual suggests several things to do when you pass a vehicle. Which of these is not one of them? The answer? C. At night, turn on your high beams while you pass the vehicle. You are checking your tires during a pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements are true? The answer? C. Tires of mismatched sizes should not be used on the same vehicle. You want to make a right turn onto a 2-lane street. Which one of these pictures shows the correct way to make the turn? The correct answer? B. One reason that dry bulk tanks require special care is. The answer? B. The load can shift. Perception distance is the distance your vehicle travels from the time your. The answer? C. Eyes see a hazard to the time your brain knows it's a hazard. You are stopped. You want to start driving uphill. You should. The answer? B. Partly engage the clutch and then release the parking brake. Which of these are not a type of retarder? The answer? B. Robotic. You are checking your brakes and suspension during your pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements are true? The answer? A. Brake shoes should not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. Which of these statements are true about engine retarders? The answer? A. They can cause the drive wheels to skid when they have poor traction. You are at the scene of an accident. You do not have a CB radio. What should be the first thing you do? The answer? B. Protect the area. If you have an engine fire, you should The answer? C. Try to keep the hood closed and try to shoot extinguishers from the underside of the vehicle. Which of the following statements about a vehicle with a high center of gravity is true? The answer? C. The vehicle will roll easier than a vehicle with a lower center of gravity. To prevent truck fires, how often should you inspect your vehicle and its gauges? The answer? B. Before and during the trip. To turn quickly and safely in the event of an emergency, you should be prepared to countersteer, which means you turn the wheel The answer? B. Away from the obstacle and then back in the other direction. When transporting cargo, how often should you inspect the material and securing devices? The answer? D. Before the trip, within 25 miles after beginning the trip, after every 3 hours or 150 miles, and during every driving break. If you are driving a long distance, you should The answer? A. Stop often and take short breaks before you feel drowsy or tired. You are driving when two cars collide in front of you. In order to safely avoid the accident, you would The answer? D. Grip the wheel firmly with both hands and turn enough to clear the accident. Poor weight balance can make handling a vehicle unsafe. Hard steering may be caused by The answer? B. Too much weight on the steering axle. Possession or use of drugs while on duty is prohibited by law except when The answer? D. Your doctor informs you that the drug prescribed will not affect your safe driving abilities. Which of these are two possibilities of tire fires? The answer? C. Underinflated tires and duals that touch. To stop quickly and safely, you can use the controlled braking method by The answer? B. Applying the brakes as hard as you can and not locking the wheels. When inspecting wiring and electrical systems, you should look for The answer? D. All of the above. The best way to check air pressure in all your tires is to use a The answer, B, tire gauge. When inspecting a air suspension system, leaking air means the answer, C, a defect has occurred. When checking hydraulic brakes, the engine should be the answer, B, on and the transmission in neutral. When you inspect your brakes, check the answer, A, drums, shoes, and linings for cracks, leaks, or wear. To test your service brakes and ensure they work correctly, the answer, A, pull forward at 5 miles per hour and press the brake pedal firmly. When inspecting tires, a bulge could mean the answer, C, the tire could blow out. You can use water on what type of fires? The answer, C, tire fires. You can use the ABC fire extinguishers on which of these fires? The answer, D, all of the above. What are some of the causes of a truck fire? The answer, D, all of the above. Which of these statements about downshifting are correct? The answer, B, downshift before you enter a curve. Which of the following is true about double clutching and shifting? The answer, A, use your tachometer and road speed to tell you when to shift. Which of the following is true about backing? The answer, D, all of the above. You are driving on the highway at 55 miles per hour. One of your front tires has a blowout. What should you do first? The answer, D, stay off the brake until the vehicle slows. If your hydraulic brakes go out, what should you do? The answer, D, all of the above. If an oncoming vehicle drifts into your lane on a 2-lane road, what should you do? The answer, C, steer to the right to avoid the vehicle. What is the meaning of the red triangles with an orange center on the back of a vehicle? The answer, D, the vehicle is slow moving. If your engine begins to overheat, what should you do? The answer, C, stop as soon as possible and stop your engine. During hot weather, your tires The answer, A, should be checked every 150 miles or every 3 hours. Whenever you are being tailgated, you should The answer, A, increase the space in front of you. Why should you cover the cargo? The answer, B, to protect the cargo and keep it from spilling. Who is responsible for making sure that cargo is not overloaded? The answer? A. The driver. Try to avoid using your air horn because the answer? B. It may startle other drivers. Which of the following is true about using your vehicle lights? The answer? D. All of the above. Which of the following is true when using your turn signal? The answer? B. When turning, signal early. What is important to remember about using mirrors? The answer? A. Even when using mirrors, there may be blind spots. You should check the mirrors to see the answer? D. All of the above. While driving, you should look ahead how many seconds? The answer? C. 12 to 15. What do engine retarders do? The answer? B. Help slow the vehicle and reduce brake wear. What can cause you to skid? The answer? A. Over accelerating. At night, you should always. The answer? C. Make sure that your stopping distance is within your sight distance. When does hydroplaning occur? The answer? A. When water or slush forms a film between the tires and the road. How should you adjust your speed when it is raining or snowing? The answer? C. Allow extra time for stopping and take turns slower because it is easier to skid. How should you hold the steering wheel? The answer? C. With your hands on the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock positions. Before and during a trip, which of these should you check? The answer? D. All of the above. Which of these would you not check in the engine compartment during a pre-trip inspection? The answer? A. Valve clearance. Which of the following is required emergency equipment? The answer? D. All of the above. Federal and state laws prohibit driving an unsafe vehicle. Which of the following problems would you make sure to fix? The answer, D, all of the above. During a pre-trip inspection, check your brake and suspension systems for the answer, D, all of the above. In your pre-trip inspection, what should you check for in the wheels and rims? The answer, D, all of the above. The Class A CDL allows the holder the answer, D, all of the above. If you do not obtain a CDL and you are stopped by the authorities while driving a commercial vehicle, you may be fined the answer, A, $5,000. If the service line comes apart while driving, but the emergency line stays intact, what is likely to happen? The answer, A, nothing is likely to happen until you apply the brakes. You are coupling a trailer to your tractor, but you have not backed under it yet. How do you know that the trailer is at the right height? The answer, A, it will raise slightly when the tractor backs under it. The gross combination weight, or GCW, means the answer, C, the total weight of a powered vehicle plus trailer plus cargo. How often should you drain your air tanks? The answer, A, daily. You are checking the coupling on the upper and lower fifth wheel. How much space should be between them? The answer, A, none. Doubling your speed has what effect on your braking distance? The answer, C, twice the speed equals 4 times the braking distance. Which of these is a good rule for driving through work zones? The answer, D, all of the above. This concludes the general knowledge section of this program. Combination knowledge. Before you back under a trailer, you should make sure that the trailer brakes are the answer, B, locked. After you lock the kingpin into the fifth wheel, how can you check the connection? The answer, B, gently pulling forward with the trailer brakes engaged. Which part of the kingpin should the locking jaws of the fifth wheel lock around? The answer, A, the shank of the kingpin. For the coupling to be complete for a fifth wheel with a locking lever, where must the safety catch for the locking lever be? The answer, A, over the locking lever. After you have coupled the tractor to the trailer, where should the landing gear be before driving? The answer, A, fully raised with the crank handle secured in its bracket. When you inspect the coupling, you must make sure that there is enough distance between which of the following: the answer, C, the top of the tractor tires and the nose of the trailer. If you were pulling two trailers, where would you put the heaviest trailer? The answer, B, always in front of the lighter trailer. What should the trailer height be before you connect a converter dolly to a second or third trailer? The answer, A, slightly lower than the center of the fifth wheel. Why should you never unhook the pintle hook of the converter dolly while it is still under the rear trailer? The answer, A, the dolly tow bar could fly up and seriously hurt or kill you. You should not back under a trailer until the whole air system is. The answer, C, at normal pressure. When you get ready to back under a trailer, you should line up. The answer, D, straight ahead of the trailer. When should you use the hand valve to park a combination vehicle? The answer, D, never. You supply air to the trailer air tanks by the answer, A, pushing in the trailer air supply valve. Why should you make sure the fifth wheel plate is greased properly? The answer, B, to prevent steering problems. After connecting to a trailer, make sure the lines are not crossed and the trailer brakes are working by the answer, A, applying and releasing the trailer brakes and listening for brake sounds. There are two things a driver can do to prevent a rollover. One is by keeping the cargo low. The other is the answer, C, go slow around turns. A combination vehicle with the engine off and the brakes on should lose no more than how many psi a minute? The answer, B, 4 psi. A driver uses the hand valve before pressing the brake pedal. Which of these statements is true in connection with the scenario? The answer, A, he should never use the hand valve before pressing the brakes. The driver crosses up the air lines while hooking up to an older trailer. What will happen? The answer, A, if the trailer has no spring brakes, you can drive away, but you will have no trailer brakes. Why should you connect the glad hands to each other when you are not hauling a trailer? The answer, C, to keep dirt and water out of the lines. The front trailer supports are up and the trailer is resting on the tractor. Make sure the answer, C, both A and B. You have a major leak in the service line. You put the brakes on. What will happen? The answer, C. Trailer emergency brakes will come on. You are coupling to a trailer, but you have not backed under it yet. What should you hook up before you couple to the trailer? The answer, C. Service and emergency lines. What color is the emergency airline and the service airline? The answer, A. Emergency red and service blue. Which of these statements are true? The answer, C. A tractor with no trailer can take longer to stop than a tractor with a trailer that is loaded to maximum capacity. You are connecting a tractor to a semi-trailer. You have connected the airlines. Before backing under the trailer, you should. The answer, C. Supply air to the trailer, then pull out the air supply knob to lock the trailer brakes. The hand valve should be used. The answer, A. To test the trailer brakes. You are driving when your trailer breaks away, breaking all the airlines. You would expect the trailer brakes to come on and the answer, A. The tractor protection valve to close. Semi-trailers that are made before 1975 and have air brakes. The answer, A. Usually do not have spring brakes. Are fully loaded rigs more likely to roll over than empty rigs? The answer, C. Fully loaded rigs are 10 times more likely to roll over and crash. When you make a quick lane change, the trailer may overturn. What is this called? The answer, B. The crack the whip effect. Which of these formulas are the correct formula for calculating following distance? The answer, B. 1 second for each 10 feet of vehicle length, plus 1 second if you're going over 40 miles an hour. Why do empty combination vehicles take longer to stop than fully loaded ones? The answer, B. When lightly loaded, stiff suspension springs and big brakes cause poor traction, making it easier to lock the wheels up. When the wheels of a trailer lock up, what will the trailer tend to do? The answer, B. The trailer will jackknife or swing around. Why should you check your mirrors when you start to brake hard? The answer, A. It is the best way to see if your trailer has started to skid. If your trailer starts to skid, what can you do to get traction back? The answer, A. Release the brakes. What term is used to describe when the back wheels follow a different path than the front wheels during a turn? The answer, B. Off tracking. What should you do before entering or crossing traffic? The answer? B. Make sure there is a large enough gap to merge into. Which valve keeps the air in the tractor if the trailer breaks away? The answer? C. The tractor protection valve. If the tractor protection valve closes, letting air out of the trailer emergency line, which set of brakes should come on? The answer? B. The trailer emergency brakes. What happens when you push and pull the trailer air supply control knob in and out? The answer? B. Push it in to supply the trailer with air. Pull it out to shut the air off and put on the brakes. Which valves on the service line of the trailer connect the trailer air tank to the trailer air brakes? The answer? B. The relay valves. Which of these statements are one of the purposes of the emergency line? The answer? A. It supplies air to the trailer air tanks. Which airline is color-coded blue? The answer? C. Service line. To connect the glad hands, the toe seals are pressed together with the couplers at which angle? The answer? B. 90 degrees. How are the air tanks on the trailer and converter dollies filled? The answer? C. By the emergency line from the tractor, which determines how much air is supplied to the air brakes by the relay valves. The answer? C. The pressure in the service line. In what positions should the airline shutoff valves be when you check them? The answer? C. The open position except at the back of the last trailer. What should you use to be safe when parking a trailer that has no spring brakes? The answer? B. Wheel chocks. If you cannot make a turn without entering another traffic lane, you should. The answer? C. Turn wide as you complete the turn. This concludes the combination knowledge section of this program. Air brake knowledge. Modern air brake systems have three systems. They are the answer? A. Service, parking, and emergency brakes. Oil and water usually collect in compressed air tanks. If you do not have an automatic tank drain, when should you drain the tanks? The answer? A. Every day. Why should you drain water from your compressed air tank? The answer? B. Water can freeze in cold weather and cause brake failure. Air brake equipped vehicles must have the answer? A. A supply pressure gauge. Legally, what can hold a parking or emergency brake in position for a truck, combination vehicle, or bus? The answer? C. Spring pressure. When driving down a steep hill, you should. The answer? B. Begin braking when at your safe speed and slow down 5 miles an hour below it. Which system applies and releases the brakes when the driver pushes the brake pedal? The answer? C. Service brake system. The most common type of foundation brake found on heavy vehicles is the answer? B. S-cam drum brakes. You must be able to see and hear a warning if your air pressure falls below the answer? C. 60 psi. Which one of these choices are the reason that it takes longer to stop with air brakes than with hydraulic brakes? The answer? A. Brake lag. What would be the first thing to do if the low pressure warning came on? The answer? C. Slow down and pull over. The braking power of the spring brakes. The answer? C. Depends on the adjustment of the service brakes. What does the air compressor governor control? The answer? D. When air is pumped into the tanks. The application pressure gauge shows the driver how much pressure the answer? B. Is being applied to the brakes. If your vehicle has an alcohol evaporator, every day during cold weather you should the answer? B. Check and fill the alcohol level. During normal driving, spring brakes are usually held back by what? The answer? A. Air pressure. Vehicles that have air brakes should use the parking brake when The answer? A. For parking. If your truck or bus has dual parking control valves, it means you can use pressure from a separate tank to The answer? C. Release the spring brakes to move a short distance. What does the alcohol evaporator do? The answer? A. Reduce the risk of ice in the brake valves. Your truck or bus has a dual air brake system. If a low pressure warning system comes on for only one system, what should you do? The answer? B. Stop, park safely, then continue only after the system is working properly. What is used to make air brakes work? The answer? C. Compressed air. Where will you find the drain valve for each air tank? The answer? A. The bottom of the tank. What is the purpose of the safety release valve in the first air tank? The answer? A. It protects the tank and the rest of the system from too much pressure. What are two other names for the brake pedal? The answer? B. The foot valve or treadle valve. What can happen if the brake pedal is pressed in and out too often? The answer? C. Air can be lost faster than the compressor can replace. Where are foundation brakes found? The answer? D. At each wheel. Where are brake shoes and linings found? The answer? B. Inside each brake drum. What happens when the brake lining is pushed against the inside of the brake drum? The answer? B. Creates friction which produces heat and slows the vehicle. On S-cam brakes, what happens to the air when you push the brake pedal? The answer? C. Air pressure forces out the push rod, which moves the slack adjuster. Which way does the S-cam force the brake shoes when the brakes are applied? The answer? A. Against the inside of the brake drum. If the air compressor begins to leak, what keeps air in the tanks? The answer? A. The one-way check valve. What are three types of low air pressure warning systems? The answer, B. Red light, buzzer, and wigwag. What is used to turn on the brake lights in an air brake system? The answer, A. An electric switch that works by air pressure. What should you do before checking free play in the slack adjusters? The answer, C. Park on level ground, chock the wheels, and release the parking brake. When should the air governor cut out the air compressor? The answer, D. At about 125 psi. At what psi is a safety valve usually set at to open? The answer, C. At 150 psi. The low air pressure warning and light must come on before the air pressure falls below what psi? The answer, C. 60 psi. A front brake limiting valve does which of the following? The answer, A. Cuts normal air pressure to the front brakes in half. The braking power of spring brakes depends on the answer, D. All of the above. On the pre-trip inspection, which part of the air brake system should be checked? The answer, D. All of the above. A slack adjuster has more than 1 inch of play. What could that mean? The answer, A. The brakes might not work and that the slack adjuster needs to be adjusted before driving. Which of the following is a correct statement? The answer, B. Light and steady braking builds less heat than on and off braking. You should not use the parking brakes if the answer, D. All of the above. Which of the following statements is true? The answer, B. Never leave your vehicle unattended without turning on the parking brake. Before driving a vehicle with a dual air system, you should allow which system to fill up to 100 psi? The answer, C. Both primary and secondary systems. How should you check to make sure your service brakes are working properly? The answer, B. Wait for normal air pressure, slowly pull forward and step on the brakes. What is emergency stab braking? The answer? C. Brake hard, releasing when the wheels lock, and brake again, repeatedly. If your air compressor has its own oil supply, when should you check it? The answer? A. Before your trip. On downgrades, the use of air brakes are only a supplement to what? The answer? B. The braking power of the engine. At what PSI should the air compressor stop pumping air? The answer? B. 125 psi. Congratulations! You have completed all 3 sections of this program. You are now ready to pass your CDL written exam. Here are some helpful tips for you when you take your exam, and information on other products that can help you receive your license and any endorsements you may need. Tip number 1. Be calm. Do not stress yourself out before the exam. Remember to study before you take it. Be confident, because you can and will pass. Tip number 2. Make sure to get rest. This not only reduces stress, but will help your memory and you will be able to think clearer. And tip number 3. Trust your instincts. If you're not sure about an answer, do not leave it blank. Go with the answer that you thought was correct at first. More than likely, it is right. If you are still not sure on how to receive your CDL, please follow these simple, easy steps. Go to your local Department of Motor Vehicles and take the 3 written tests that you have studied for in this program. They are General Knowledge, Combination Knowledge, and Air Brake Knowledge. When you complete these tests and pass them, you may go to the Driver's License Bureau and receive your CDL permit. Once you receive your permit, you must then schedule an appointment to take your driving test. You can schedule the appointment at your local Department of Motor Vehicles. The test will include a pre-trip inspection, skills test, and road test. Once you have completed and passed these tests, you can then go to the Driver's License Bureau and receive your commercial driver's license. CDL pre-trip, skills, and road test instruction DVD is very helpful to those that are going to take their CDL test. It features key elements that will be required in your pre-trip inspection, as well as what to expect during your skills test and road test. This program is very helpful if you need to pass and receive your CDL. Written Exam Instruction Volume 2 helps you prepare for the written tests that you will take to receive your commercial endorsements. Key endorsements such as tanker, doubles and triples, and hazmat are featured and thoroughly covered. It is a very useful tool in preparing for and passing these tests. If you need further information, you can contact TCI Incorporated by calling 573-450-1073 or by visiting www.getacdlnow.com. TCI Incorporated is a company that helps those that wish to acquire their CDL. They do not take the place of commercial driving schools, but simply help ones who need a CDL to receive it as soon as possible.